What is going on, guys? Welcome to, I think, episode number 104 of the podcast, Stop Crying Poser. Today is Friday. It's about 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. We are on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle, and that's how it always goes here. So if it's your first time, stick around. If it's your second time, I hope you liked the first time, motherfuckers. And if it's your 1,000th time, then you're lying, because we've only done 104 of these. So this is the podcast Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast as voted by Kim Jong-un and Robert De Niro and Paul Bunyan. They all got together one day over a plate of Cornish pasties. You guys heard of those? They're like little Hot Pockets, they're like calzones. Anyways, let's shout out everyone who's here in the chat. TSA Skater, Bruce Wayne, Milo, Thewans, TSA Skater, Captain Canuck, Sherry, Bulberry, Shredded Shane, Milo, Infamy, Ox Legend, Watson Punk, and maybe a few more people hanging out. Again, I'm not really digging it. I'm not really in the mood to do the podcast today. Today is officially day 3 of quarantine here in Las Vegas. On Tuesday, they shut down everything. All casinos shut down. All bars shut down. Most restaurants shut down. The governor ordered a shutdown of everything that's a non-essential business. And today, they just put it into law where if you keep your business open, they might fine you or take your business license. So it's getting real out here, and there's all this talk of martial law. I don't know what that means, but the other day, I was in this chat room, obviously, I was streaming, and Keith King was in here, brought up martial law, and I was like, yeah, martial law, isn't that like just where there's no police and just the citizens have to do the laws like on their own? They enforce their own laws? I seriously thought that's what it meant, but it has a real definition. It's when like the military gets involved with the law or something. I don't fucking know exactly what it means, but it's funny to me that I go through my whole life thinking I know what a certain term means, and I have no fucking idea. So let's first start with the trivia question. I know that's why most of you guys show up here. If you get this trivia question correct, you will be the proud owner of a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack. United States winners are the only people who are allowed to win. God damn it. So this is the trivia question. Type it in the chat. Also, cheating is allowed. Here is the question. Who voiced the character Woody in the 1995 computer animated comedy film Toy Story? It was produced by Pixar Animation Studios and released by Walt Disney Pictures. The film dedicated to John Lasseter, whatever. It was a cool fucking movie. Everybody liked it. Watson Punk says Tim Allen. Now, let me scroll down and see if that is correct, because I think you're wrong. I think Tim Allen did not do it. Who was the voice cast? That is incorrect. Tim Allen actually is Buzz Lightyear, a Space Ranger action figure and Woody's rival, who later becomes his best friend. Sick Gaming Skill says Tom Hanks, you are the winner. The reason I thought this would be a funny trivia question is because every goddamn fucking article we try to read has to do with coronavirus. Last week, 10 out of 15 articles had to do with coronavirus. This week, 10 out of 10. So not only is it taking over the population, it's taking over every single fucking news outlet and story that we could possibly do. The correct answer is Tom Hanks. Sick Gaming Skill. Get in contact with me and we will discuss the details of you getting your free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack. Ox Legend says Jesus is always the right answer. Unfortunately, Jesus did not voice Woody. I'm not saying he couldn't have done it. He's done a lot of cool things in the past from what I've heard, but voicing Woody was not one of them according to the books that I've looked over. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This coronavirus and this lockdown shit has got me acting kind of weird, got me a little bit depressed. I'm trying to pressure through it, but I've noticed I've been eating a lot of unhealthy foods. Last night, I ate pizza pockets, then I ate pizza rolls, then I ate cheese-covered chicken fingers, and pretty much this is my life. Whenever I want to make a nice life change, I'm trying to get everything in order, some bullshit happens that fucks it all up, and it doesn't help that I stocked up all this food. Now there's food everywhere. So it used to be when me and Lily get hungry, we think of what we want to eat. We go to the store, we buy it, and we cook it, and we eat it. And that causes us to go to the store, 3, 4, 5 times a week. But now with this corona bullshit fucking up everything, the store has no food. So we stocked up a ton of food. So now whenever I'm hungry, I just go in there and I eat shit. So I'm just going to get fatter and fatter and fatter. Also, all the bars are closed. So when I just want to go out and drink a beer and maybe gamble $20 and just have a nice relaxing evening, I can't do that anymore. So we decided yesterday to bring the party to the house. I don't know if this has ever accidentally happened to you guys. Completely by accident, I went to go grab some Portobello mushrooms, me and Lily, and we ate these Portobello mushrooms. Turns out they weren't Portobello mushrooms. They were not the same type of mushroom as that. It was a different type of mushroom, turns out, and things got fucking crazy. I'm telling you, this is not something I would normally do, but the coronavirus got me fucking bored and seeking adventure. We ate these things, dude, and it was hilarious. I watched some movie. I don't remember what the fuck the movie was about because I'm staring at the background the whole time. These bright fucking green and yellow colors and bullshit. My entire living room turned yellow. My fucking curtains are just wiggling and they're changing colors, wiggling. Lily thinks that I became a fat cheeseburger monster. She said that I became a cheeseburger monster and then sunk into the couch and became part of the couch. And then she said I turned into a pile of blood. She said my ears started bleeding and my eyes were bleeding. And then she looked around the house. She said the house became just bleeding house. And then I looked at my phone, dude, and I look at my phone, and you have all those little icons, right? Like your messages, your settings, your fucking pictures. And I'm looking at my phone, and they're just like dancing around, fucking bright-ass colors, dancing, going in and out, fucking breathing-ass phone. So I go on my Discord, I write, oh, shit, dude, things are getting crazy over here. And my letters on the Discord are just like hopping around and shit. It was fucked up, dude. It was a great time. I look outside. Outside's totally normal. I go in the kitchen. And here's the thing, whenever I noticed things were going whenever I noticed something was out of place, then I would just start smiling and then uncontrollably laugh. So I go into the kitchen and I go, whoa, dude, my kitchen's so bright. This is the brightest room I've ever been in. And I just laughing, going crazy. Oh, man. And then there was 2 other people at the house who didn't eat those particular Portobellos, and they're just like, all right, everything's cool with these guys. We're just laughing, going on. Lily's fucking screaming about blood and bullshit, and I'm just laughing at fucking lights. I went to the bathroom, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and it's just fucking funny. I'm looking at the sink, and the sink's becoming like a fucking wavy beach. It was pretty fucking gnarly. All around, it was a really good experience. I'm not here telling anyone to do this. I'm saying it was a mistake. Tried to get the Portobello, something else ended up being in the plate. I don't know what happened. Fucking totally weird. I made mine in a quesadilla. I don't know what the correct way to eat these things are, but mine was a quesadilla. I had a really fun time. I will tell you guys this, though. At the end of it, I was exhausted from laughing, from just seeing things and fucking just talking so much. By the time it was over, I was very happy that it's over. And I want to give you guys my thoughts on it. I don't think I want to do this for a long time. I did it, got it out of my system, experienced it, said, oh, that was cool, giggled, laughed, high-fived my girlfriend, and that was pretty much the end of it. It was a good time. I don't really understand the type of person who would want to do this more than fuck, dude, more than twice a year, but you get people out here doing it every weekend. I think that's kind of crazy. But I will tell you guys this. One good thing came of the coronavirus, and that's that you guys got this funny little story out of me. Something silly that happened the other day when Andy was in town is I skate this skate park bunker every single day. I've been skating this skate park since I was 15 years old, and they told me, hey, meet up at this spot. I meet up at the spot. Turns out we're at Bunker Skate Park, but we're on the other side of the park. So I'm like, well, I've been to this park thousands of times. I used to skateboard here. I've walked through this park so many times. There's a perfect street flat bar right in the middle of the park, and I had no idea it was there. Blew my fucking mind. It's one of those situations where you think you know everything, but then you just show up and you're just mind blown. Who knows how long that flat bar's even been there? And I don't know. I really wanted to skate it. I was too fat and lazy. I don't think this coronavirus thing is going to help my fucking health at all, because like I said, I've been eating a ton. What I need to do is start working out all the time. We've talked about it on the podcast many times. I said, hey, maybe I'll start streaming it. That way I'll fucking have to do it. That way you guys will talk shit about me. If I don't, it'll be like this kind of like two-person agreement where it's like, oh, the fucking internet is going to make fun of me if I don't work out, so I got to work out. But then we get in that mode where I'm just like, fuck you guys. I'm not fucking working. I'm tired, motherfucker. I got shit to eat. What do you mean? I got beers to drink. I got a whole fucking fridge stocked up. I got everything stocked up all over the place. I got fucking soup. I got salmon. I got fucking chicken fingers. I got pizza rolls. I got mac and cheese. I got ramen noodles. I got different pastas. Motherfucker, I'm stocked up. I got the stick and the pistol, motherfucker. I'm ready for anything to fuck up my coronavirus experience. Watson Punk says, stream DDR. Interestingly enough, I'm actually wearing the same shirt that I wore when I competed on American Ninja Warrior. And the way that I lost my weight then was exactly what you said. I streamed Dance Dance Revolution. And it worked pretty okay, but it also was really funny because they were asking me in my interviews, they were like, how hard have you trained for this? And I was like, not really at all. Like, what have you been doing to train? And I was like, Dance Dance Revolution. I bought a dance pad. Now I dance in my living room on stream for a bunch of weird internet kids. And they're just like, that's fucking hilarious. Good. If only I had been better of an athlete on that show, they would have definitely put me on TV and everyone would have laughed. It's funny that you mentioned that in the chat room. But yeah, I'm stocked up. I hope you guys are too. I bring up the whole corona thing, and I know you guys have heard about it so fucking much, and we don't want to keep talking about it, but there really is nothing left to talk about. I'm tired of hearing about it. I can't even read fucking news articles for this podcast anymore because every single news article is about it. It very much has consumed our lives, certainly as an American, but probably for all you guys, and it's fucking annoying. And people are so separated by this idea, right? You get some people that say, fake news, not real, and the other people go, well, you're just gonna spread the problem. And I've heard really smart people defend both sides, so I'm just always in this position where I'm like, I don't know. Usually I just listen to the smartest person, but there's smart people saying both things now, so I'm just confused, short-circuiting my brain. It's a fucking real situation here, and shutting down the entire city doesn't help because it's not like I can just go and decompress anymore, although I still do have Mario. Speaking of Mario, I've been watching some Twitch streams of some guys that play this game. Skater XL, been watching Hammy of Doom and 902 Rider and J Boogie, I think the names are. And they've made me want to play some skating games, but I'm not going to play none of these high-tech new games. I just re-downloaded a ROM for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. I tried to download the PS2 version, but that shit was 2.7 gigs, and it would have taken fucking forever on this slow-ass server to download it. So I just said, fuck it, I'll just download the N64 version. So if you guys are regulars here on Twitch, be on the lookout for me to possibly play some Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. I think that was one of the greatest Tony Hawk Pro Skaters. I don't remember exactly why. I think it was because, from my knowledge, I think the tray flips looked correct, and if you did a nollie tray flip, it actually did the motion of a nollie tray flip, whereas I think it was Tony Hawk Underground. If you did the nollie tray flip, it would be a nollie, but then a late tray flip, and it was just all fucked up. I didn't understand that shit at all. Anyways, what else do we have to talk about? This guy, Arland Gerard. I don't know how to say his fucking name. You guys always correct me in the chat, but it's about time we have a skateboarding topic here on this podcast. This guy, Arland Gerard, went to ollie the Lyon 25 stair. I know all you skaters are loving this. Anyone who came to the podcast as a non-skater probably thinks this is the most boring fucking topic ever. But there's this big fucking stair set in the city / country of Lyon. I don't know where that is. I'm not out here trying to be lying to y'all. It's in some country, some foreign country out there in the middle of nowhere. I don't fucking know. But there's a big stair set that way back in the day, history shows Ali Boulala tried to ollie it. I think another guy might have jumped it. I could be wrong. I think it was a guy on Osiris might have jumped it. TSA Skater says it's in France. But anyways, this fucking new hot guy on the internet, Arlen Gerard, he's a fucking beast at everything. He's a gnarly park rat, just insane skills on flat bars and down rails and ledges. He pretty much does everything. He's a total package. Huge ghetto birds, kickflip 360s. He's just an all-around beast. But he went there to ollie it. In recent memory, I think Jaws meloned it, which is cool. Everyone loves Jaws because he's Jaws, right? He has a cool nickname, and everyone just loves the guy. He's a nice, happy-go-lucky guy who does the craziest fucking shit ever. I actually thought this guy's legs would be completely broken 2 years into skating, but he's been doing this shit for like fucking 15 years now. He's a beast, unstoppable skater now, and he seems to only be getting better. Somehow his legs are not getting weaker. They're getting stronger with these bionic metal bullshit legs. I think he did a melon down this, and it was some big, insane thing, and I think he landed it and started crying because of how crazy it was. Big emotional moment. I don't know. Skaters are just real dramatic people. They always have been. Speaking of that, okay, let's try to end this topic. The guy fucking Arlen Gerard, however you say the fucking name, nobody in the chat's gonna correct me because I guess all of you guys also don't know how to say his name. He stuck ollie down this, almost fucking got it. He's probably gonna go back and get it. Big fucking ollie. It'll be nice to see somebody ollie down this stair set without doing the melon in the middle. All I'm saying is if you got to do the grab down the stairs, it's not as cool. That's all I'm saying. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Anyways, speaking of skateboarding topics, I follow this guy on Facebook named Shriekin' Shannon, and he was a badass fucking skater back in the day. Probably still is. I think he rode for Pig Wheels, and I'm sure a bunch of other companies. He was really good. Probably still is. I always feel like I'm being disrespectful when I say he was really good. Probably still is really fucking good. Here's what I should say. He was really popular. Now he's less popular. Shriekin' Shannon shared a video, I think taken by Tyrone Olsen, of Tommy Sandoval beating the shit out of a bum, and it's fucking hilarious. This bum is like trying to fight him, getting in his fucking face, like, what's up? And the guy's like, shut the fuck up, relax. And then the bum does this weird fucking bum swing, and then Tommy bops him, drops him, and does the gnarliest soccer kick to this guy's ribs. And I usually wouldn't laugh at something like this, but he kicks this fucking tweaked out bum right in the ribs, and the bum goes, and like wiggles around like he's lost control of his body. Just, it's almost as if he's been shot with the fucking shotgun in his ribs, but it was just this fucking gnarly pro skater kicking the shit, fucking 20 years of leg muscles just ready, nothing but kick flips going right into your fucking ribs. Boom! And this guy's like, just went paralyzed. I guess the story was that the tweaker homeless bum guy had punched a child or something, and they stepped in to try to wait for the police, and then the guy swung on Tommy Sandoval. I hope I'm not saying the wrong name. I hope I'm not putting the wrong names in there. I'm pretty sure that's who it was. I could be wrong. Somebody could probably back me up when this story gets a little more popular. So that was a video I watched, and I felt like it was worth sharing because we don't really talk about skating that much here on the podcast. Let's go ahead and jump into the news. I really rushed through all of my written down topics, so maybe this will be a short podcast. First news article, Clark County Detention Center limiting public access due to coronavirus concerns. This is our local jail. This is pretty much the jail almost everyone goes to. I think we still have city jail. We used to have like 3 jails here. Now we only have 2. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know the real story of that. Anyways, the jail on Friday announced that it is limiting public access at the facility due to coronavirus concerns. I fucking can't talk today. CCDC says it has canceled social visiting inmate programs, and inmate property releases due at the facility as a precautionary measure to ensure the health of inmates and workers. According to a news release. What? Why didn't you say that first, you piece? Who wrote this trash? Caitlin Lilly. Oh, God. That's my girlfriend's first name and Nick Stem's girlfriend's first name, and they just fucking combined to make a shitty news person. What the fuck? Attorneys, social workers, law enforcement, psychiatrists, bail bonding, including surrenders, subpoena services, house arrestees, and other official visitors will still be allowed to... I hate this. I fucking hate this, the way they write this. They're still going to be able to visit the jail. These guests can visit between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. to speak with inmates via video. That's the only way anyone's ever... What the fuck is this waste of my goddamn time? The jail also said several inmate services, such as classes and religious services, have been canceled to limit outside exposure to the virus. I can't read. They're asking any official visitors to notify staff prior to entering if they are experiencing cold or flu symptoms. I don't fucking care. So anyways, the jail stopped having people around. I was hoping that this meant no new people go to jail and maybe everyone in jail who's healthy gets let out. In Steve-topia, that's how it would be. Because this jail, it's not fucking no federal prison. It's not the prison, high desert. It's just a regular bullshit jail just filled with people who have DUIs and... you know, pointless stuff like that. Anyways, next fucking article. That just reading today's pissing me off. I'm not in the fucking mood to read today. Las Vegas police ask residents to stop calling to report non-essential businesses that remain open. Also by Caitlin Lilly. Oh my God. I don't even know if I want to do this. So basically what this means is there's people out there snitching. They're calling the police, calling 911 and saying, hey, the dollar store's still open. The dollar store's still open. It's non-essential. It's non-essential. It's still open. Hello? You said close all non-essentials. It's still open. It's the bank is open, but it's essential to me. I need the bank. The hospital's open. It's still essential. I need to still be able to have gas stations open, but the dollar store, someone go in there and close it. Okay, bye. That was my old lady impression. Alrighty, the police department is asking Valley residents to stop calling to report non-essential businesses that remain open. The department notes that forcing a business to close down would require an executive order from the governor. Such an order has not been made to Las Vegas police at this time. In addition, they say only use 911 for emergencies. Nevada Highway Patrol says its dispatch center has been inundated with 911 phone calls regarding road closures, specifically in State Line and the Prim area. They closed down the fucking road. We're trapped in here. That's definitely a reason to call 911. Say, hey, I'm fucking trapped in my state. The roads are closed. Let me get out. According to a release from NHP, in a 24-hour period, its dispatchers handle over 800 calls for service, and they need their lines to be kept clear for actual emergencies. At this time, there are no road closures or travel restrictions in place. Motorists should only dial 911 for emergencies. Okay, so it said that once in this article, and then it also said it up here. So basically, this is just a really shitty fucking article author. I know I'm not the greatest reader of all time, but I knew that something was fucked earlier because they wrote too many fucking words. I think that maybe they get paid by the word, so they just repeat themselves over and over again. At the end of every sentence, you have to write, as reported by another person. So you're not fucking reporting, you're just repeating a bunch of fucking shit. And only 911 for emergencies. They've been inundated with 911. 911 has 800 calls at this time. Only use 911 for emergency. Bitch, I fucking know. I understand. You don't have to write it 4 fucking times in this tiny paragraph of mumbled jargon. I hate this. I hate this fucking article. DCA says people need to mind their own business. That's the point. That's what I think it is. It's not like people are just going to the dollar store. If you're going to the dollar store, okay, you're probably not, it's probably not the biggest fucking deal, right? I don't know. The dollar store was just an example I made up off the top of my head. But it'd be like, I still see people going into the bar, and the bar was supposed to close at midnight. It's 12:32. I think we should go in there and take care of that. What do you think cops can do? You think cops can go in there? They just come with a fucking hammer and some plywood and just fucking just slam the fucking doors closed, trapping everyone inside, throwing fucking flashbang in, grenade, just kill everybody and just go on with their way. That's just a fucking. They got things to do. There's rapes happening. There's robberies happening. There's other shit happening. You're really concerned about. Excuse me, 911. This business is open. It's against the rules. I don't understand it. Walter asks, am I allowed to go outside? Am I going to get fined? I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to go outside. That is until the martial law kicks in, which, fuck that thing. I've been on Facebook. People are really concerned about that. They think it could be a real possibility. I don't know if that's true. But yeah, I'm allowed to go outside. Also, like, I don't know. Me, how do I say it? Me and my grandpa are different in the idea where, like, if someone says, like, it's the law, don't do this, he goes, we can't fucking do that. And even when it comes to, like, little things, like weeds in the yard. Like, you're not supposed to have a messy front yard. My front yard's fairly fucking messy. And every time my grandpa comes over, he says, there's getting a lot of weeds in this yard. As soon as somebody reports you, you're going to get fined. And I don't live in a homeowners association or anything. I live in the fucking ghetto. And if you look up and down the street, every single house looks the same. But he's one of those by-the-book people. And I'm one of the kind of people who are like, hey, if everyone's fucking doing it, like, they're not physically able to arrest every person. So if there was a thing where, like, don't go outside, and I go outside in my front yard and ride my skateboard up and down the street, I'm fairly certain there's a 0.0000 chance of me getting in any type of trouble. But he's just super by the book. Just, there's weeds everywhere. You got to clean the weeds. You need to mow the lawn and get the weeds. And I'm like, dude, what? And the other day, he had me go to his house because he has a big cactus. And I guess when the wind blows, sometimes it falls apart. He's like, I need you to help me clean up this cactus. And I'm like, why? It's just fucking pieces of cactus on the ground. He's like, yeah, the cactus fell down, but you're not supposed to have just pieces of cactus on your yard. And I'm like, dude, what? It's fucking cactus on the ground. What's the difference from a cactus on the ground and a cactus coming out of the ground? Nothing's it's the same thing. It's just two fucking plants. One is no longer attached to the other one. What is the difference from a cactus on the ground and a cactus in the ground? They're gonna lock you up? They're gonna send you to fucking Pelican Bay because you have a cactus on the ground instead of in the ground? No, it's not that big of a deal. And he goes, you don't understand. You don't understand. You know, you want to break those rules, you're gonna risk it. And I'm like, no, you're overthinking it. Like, no one would ever care about this tiny issue. And he's like, okay, well, you know what? If you go to jail, don't be calling me. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to jail. What's the charge, officer? Weedy front yard. Didn't clean the weeds. Seen it 1,000 times. You've been warned. Strike 3. This is a class 3 felony, young man. You're facing 10 to 15. I'd plea out and just say that you spilled Pepsi in the front yard. I could lower it to a soda on the sidewalk charge. We could lower that if you're willing to plead guilty. But right now, the charge of weeds in your front yard stands, young man. And there won't be any more deals, okay? It's gonna be soda or nothing. Soda or see ya in the fucking clink. He's just really worrisome about those kind of things. And even when it comes to me, like, okay, I'll even do it too far. And he's also kind of hypocritical. The other day, I was driving him back from somewhere. We had to go do something. I had to pick him up from somewhere. And I'm at this fucking crossroad in the world where it's like a left turn. And there's a left turn arrow. But I look behind me, there's not a fucking soul in sight. I look in front of me, not a soul. I look to my right, a tumbleweed slowly goes by. I look to my left, a piece of dust flies, and I go, whoa. Not a single person anywhere within 6 miles ran the red light, turned left. Nothing happened. And I looked at him, and I was like, dude, you're going to fucking start bitching at me. I know it. And he just said, yeah, I run that shit sometimes too. And I was like, what? This is the guy complaining about the weeds in the front yard out here breaking traffic laws? Real fucking crimes that exist on Earth? Really fucking blew my mind. You know what, man? You can never predict anybody because they'll surprise you. The same guy that's running fucking red lights is telling me to clean up fucking cactuses. Oh, man. So another funny thing that happened last week is, because it's been so boring, before the official quarantine, me and Lily went to an exotic pet store. And this shit from the outside looked like a pile of shit. I was like, okay, this store's been here for fucking 20 years. I used to go in there, whatever. It's all good. It just looks like complete bullshit from the outside, just a regular boring ass business. I get in there, they had 1,000 fucking lizards. They had 5 million types of spiders and turtles and fucking geckos and little bearded dragons and birds that can say hello. They can say all this bullshit, hello. And they let a tortoise just roam free, just taking shits all over the concrete ground. You walk around, there's just shit all over the ground. I'm like, this is amazing, dude. Snakes, big fucking snakes, little tiny snakes. They had little snakes that are the size of little toothpicks, just baby little baby snakes with just fucking doing everything. They're selling rats and shit and mice for you to feed to your snake at home. Man, I don't like the smell of those little animals, but going to that store was fucking dope. I feel kind of like guilty to go into a store like that because I know I'm not going to buy anything. And I imagine if you work there, it's like 1,000 customers a day, maybe not 1,000. Let's say like 200 customers per day that just go in there just to look at animals on like their little fun little date. Just me and Lily. Oh, look at that one. Look at that one. Look at that one. And just no one ever has any intention to buy anything. Like it just became a zoo all of a sudden. That made me feel kind of guilty. And I wonder if the workers there are annoyed by that. Maybe someone here in the comments or someone watching on YouTube has worked at a place like that. You could tell me if that's just a normal thing. I know I used to work at the mall, and the mall is like the main hub in the universe for broke people to just go and walk around. I used to go to the mall as a kid just to fucking walk around and look at shit. Oh, cool, look at that. Oh, wow, I got $6 in my pocket, and I need that to get home on the bus. So I'm just like, oh, whoa, look at that thing. Look at that stuff. Wow. Wowzers. Oh, man. And I used to work at the mall also, and that shit never bothered me. People just come in and, hey, you want to try on some shoes? No, thank you, just looking. All right, you want to fucking check out a skateboard? You want me to fucking bring a skateboard down? You want to check out some wheels or bearings or anything? No, no, thank you, just looking around. That's the same voice for the old lady complaining. Well, now that I'm here at the skate shop, I wanted to let you know that Zoomies is still open. Zoomies they don't support skateboarding as much as you guys do, so that's a non-essential if you ask me. Support your local skate shop. Bomb hills, not countries. Bye. It's fucking typical mall asshole. It never bothered me. That was the point. Anyways, that's all I got for the news articles, and that's also actually everything I have in my notes. So just as I told you guys, it's going to be a quick podcast. I do have one more small thing to run by you guys that happens in my life. Do you guys ever get into a situation where if you have a schedule for the day, one or two things go wrong and then you're completely just flandangled up? I couldn't even think of the right word. You're just all fucked. The day's fucked up when one thing goes wrong. The other day was Flatbar Friday. I was planning to go skateboarding. So I get up, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm like 30 minutes late getting up. Oh, what the hell? That sucks. I go into the kitchen. There's no food. I'm like, oh, great, no coffee left, whatever. Then I feel this fucking pain in my stomach. I'm like, oh, no, I'm going to have to take a liquid shit. I go and take a shit. The shit takes 45 goddamn minutes. And then I'm just like, well, now instead of being, 15 minutes behind, now I'm an hour and a half behind. Then I get in my car, gas light comes on, so I'm like, oh, great, now I get to have to get gas. Cool, now instead of, 45 minutes, now I'm an hour and a half, now I'm 3 hours behind. Now the sun's going down, I get to the skate park, I slam my knee. First thing I do is blast my knee open, and I go, wow, the sun's going down. My knee is completely worthless now, and I have to make a video for fucking Friday, and now I've wasted my entire goddamn day just because I woke up a little bit late, and I had a little bit of liquid shit coming out of my ass for 45 straight minutes, and because I didn't have any gas in my tank, and because I'm so goddamn fat, I can't fucking skate worth shit, so now my day's fucking ruined. Does that ever happen to you guys? That's the whole point of this topic. It's not really even a topic. It's just to say, sometimes when one thing goes wrong, they all go wrong. When it rains, it pours. Speaking of that, if it does rain here, I'm fucked because my roof is still fucking leaking. Oh, what a time to be alive. What a time for the old corona to take over, man. Ugh. I will say it again. The coronavirus, I've never seen something separate so many people. Everyone has like a different opinion on it. I'm going to tell you guys mine right now. Tonight is Friday. I'm not going to the bar. I'm not going to be able to do anything, but I'm going to call 3 of my closest friends. They're going to come over and we're going to fucking drink beers. We're not going to do that because I want all old people to die and because I hate infants and I want them all to catch the fucking pneumonia, flu, COVID bullshit and fucking choke on their own shit and die. No, I don't want that. I just want to have a couple of fucking beers with my friends. I'm not going to Coachella. I'm not going to be at EDC coughing on everybody. I'm sitting down with 3 of my close friends, having a beer, watching some TV, and I don't think there's anything anyone could say to make me feel guilty about that. So that is my stance on the whole thing. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys for today's podcast. Stick around because I will continue streaming. We're probably going to play some Mario, or we can just sit back and chat about things. It's not like you can catch the disease over the internet, which should be boosting my numbers up, but for some reason it is not. Anyways, give me a hell yeah if you guys want me to go ahead and mention everybody. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Always do every Friday here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. We got Gyges, Crept, Sherry, Bo Berry, TSA Skater, DCA 2000, Gyges, Walter, The Conqueror, Ring-a-ting, bing, ding, bing, 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 ding, ting, bing, bum, bum, boy, Watson, Punk, Walter, The Conqueror. I appreciate you guys for supporting the podcast. If you want to support it more, you can always send money. I'm not going to tell you guys to send money, but it is an option. I do accept money. Money's not working out that good now. Although I keep hearing this story about the government's supposed to send me $1,000. I don't know how that's going to happen. I don't know if that's true. But anyways, you can always send money. But if you don't have money to send, that's fine. Don't do it. You don't have to. What you can do, though, is tell a friend. Tell a friend. All right? Coronavirus, all you have to do is cough on somebody. They're sick and they die. Well, guess what? What if you could bring them back to life with the happiness of a great, joyous podcast to listen to? Well, you don't have to cough on them. All you have to do is tell them about the podcast. Stop Crying Poser on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. It comes out every single Friday right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you tuned in late, don't worry. This podcast will be out again on Sunday. That's right, Sunday on YouTube, Podbean, and iTunes. Sometimes I forget. Crept has donated 100 bits. Thank you for keeping the podcast alive. Let's play that motherfucking outro. God damn it, motherfucker, what?
Hello, 911. I just saw this guy ollie down a 25 stair and he grabbed it with a melon. That's not essential to the trick. It's not needed, not necessary. It's not needed. No need to melon. Just do the ollie, bitch.